Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. I don't mean to laugh, but that is the second time I dropped those angel wings. What is happening here? That is so bizarre. All right, angels, I'm still going to get through the show. Today is July 31st, 2025, and I'm spiritual medium and psychotherapist and author Kellee White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything. Is this the strangest energy, you guys? This is the strangest energy. So hi, Eric, Alan from San Diego. So you'd like a card for Gordon? Well, I'll get back to you with that. And hi, Jean from Arizona, my dear friend Jean. And yes, I'll mention the Lion's Gate tonight on August 8th. I will talk a little bit about that, Jean, because that's a really powerful time. So I am going to be doing Vedic astrology today, and I will tell you, wow, this continues to be, some big, large energy, as they say in Texas. Hi, Sherry Craft. Kellee, when is this going to stop or at least slow down? In the last 7 months, we've had 2 tsunamis, a cyclone, too many gales to count. Yeah, I will come back. It has been a very rough week, Sherry. I would agree with that wholeheartedly. But I'll get back to you, honey, with a card. And I don't think it's going to slow down, at least not in August. And in September, we have two eclipses. So probably not for a bit. So hi, Barbara. Happy Thursday. I'll come back for a card for you. Hi, Denise Silva. How are you, honey? Hi, Ricky's. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn, next week I'm going to do that other topic that I was supposed to do today, but we got it mixed up because today we're beginning of the month. I like to do Vedic astrology, kind of set everybody up for the month. And hi, Cheryl from Leesburg, Virginia. That is such a beautiful area. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Glow. You're leveling up spiritually. Now, that's really interesting because a lot of people are. I've been talking a lot about this to different clients almost daily now, that it seems to be a time period as rough, challenging, intense, any of the words you fill in the blank. Those are the times that kind of push in this spirituality. It gives many people kind of like a bump up in it. And then you have to take some time to process it. But that is this kind of energy. This is absolutely time for that. So we all need some bump ups of spirituality. Hi, Matt. Oh, and you're going to All Souls. How fabulous. Why can't we sleep and why are our dreams totally weird? Oh, great question. Great question. We can't sleep because these energies, these planetary energies, are intense. I mean, to have 8.5 earthquake or something, 8.6 in Russia that led to a tsunami warning everywhere, including my sister's house in Marina Del Rey. That was some phone call to get. Didn't expect that one. So I think the energies are wreaking havoc, not just, on all of us. I think these energies are really intense. Hi, Rita. And dreams, especially, I'm glad you asked that, Matt, because dreams right now, really pay attention to them. Because what's happening is we've got, first of all, Mercury's retrograde. So Mercury retrograde brings back, like old people in our life, old things, I don't know, old things that we haven't dealt with. So a lot of things could be with processing dreams. So pay attention. Neptune is also retrograde. That makes some dreams. Neptune's the dreaming planet. Makes some dreams come back. Some kind of, giving us information. Our dreams provide clues. So think of it that way. And then Saturn is retrograde. So this is going to make some dream periods a little strange. So pay attention. And the other thing to pay attention to is in your dreams. I don't mean to go down the dream wagon here, but now that you mentioned it, because what happens with our guides, our spirit guides, and totems, they all kind of fit into the dream period as well. And you might start having like the strangest dreams of like all of a sudden there was a bear and then there was a rabbit and then there was whatever. And these are all keys to helping us with our spirituality and also looking deeper into things that maybe we need some consciousness about. So that's, the combination of the astrology and the energy of everything will bring about some really fascinating things to work on, issues to work on. They say in the Midwest, they say, oh, he's got issues or she's got issues. Yeah. I like that term. Hi, Rita. Hi, Rita. How you doing, honey? Hugs to you. Hi, Deborah Weaver. Your mom, and I'll come back and hopefully get a card for you, Deborah. Okay. Hi, Toby. Hi, Laura Crum. How are you, sweetheart? Hi, Tammy from Niagara Falls. Oh my gosh. I have never been to Niagara Falls. Isn't that odd? Never been there. Always wanted to go. Hi, Amy. Hi, Lori. Hi, Mike. Oh, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. How are you feeling? Hi, Angela. Hi, Angela. Hi, Marilyn and Gayla. Oh gosh, thank you. Hi, Jeannie. So, and hi, Sherry Abdu. Yeah, this energy, right? This energy. Donna May. I love your name. I love your name. And Beatrix, I love your name. Hi, Linda. Oh, I could keep going, but I think I better get into the astrology. This is some astrology. This is a hard month, I think. And I thought that July was August. Getting them mixed up. July was rough. And one thing that has happened that's kind of helpful is that July had this kind of like a grip with Mars and Ketu on it until July 28th. And so for weeks, that combination of that conjunction of Mars and Ketu, because Mars is a trigger and Ketu is this, Mars to a higher degree. And it was so intense. So that broke, like the spell of that, if you will, broke on the 28th. It's gotten slightly better, but we also have some very shaky energies, very intense energies that are in play right now. And so first of all, let's talk about Mercury retrograde, Saturn retrograde, and Neptune retrograde. So those are major planets that bring back situations for us could be in a very challenging way. It's really interesting. I heard this again. I love this. I'm listening to this one girl, and I can't remember her name. I really like her work, and she was talking about lifetimes. And she said, if you look at this lifetime that we're in, so we just take this lifetime that we're in, and it's like this big. It's like a little like blip. This is the lifetime. And you think, oh, why did this happen? Why is this happening? Oh, what did I do to deserve ABC, whatever. But she said, what you really do, and this is so accurate, you really just pull back the energy of all of that and look at all the lifetimes. It's not just this one little blip. Things began long time ago. So some things that may not look fair may be fair. So it's just a different way to view things, kind of open up the eyes to that, to a larger, looking at things in a larger light, actually. And in this lifetime, this part of it, we chose some heavy duty energies to work through a lot of things. So this is a month that we will work through, and these retrograde planets bring back situations or things that we just didn't look at yet. A lot of my clients are having memories of like when they were younger, maybe in their teens, maybe when they're 3, 4, 5. And it's funny because the things that they're all of a sudden are coming out, they will say to me, I never thought about that before. And there were some heavy duty issues that would have made changes along the way in their life. So they're becoming conscious of things. So look out for those kind of things that come up for you. It's also a time period where people are passing. So these energies, people are making major changes and passing. One of our cousins, our dear cousin, actually passed away yesterday. Her name was Sue, but everybody called her Big Sue. And they didn't call her Big Sue because she was big, but there was another cousin named Sue. There were two Sues. So one was older, she was Big Sue, and the other one was Little Sue. So when I called my daughter Holiday to tell her that Sue died, she said, Big Sue or Little Sue? So it's funny how a nickname will kind of go with you. And it was really sad because it came up suddenly, and Sue was a huge fan of James. I took her to Chicago. She's from Chicago, and I took her to Chicago to see James once, and she just loved it. And so God bless you, Sue. I mean, she was something else. She was a firecracker, and I'm gonna miss her. So that happened yesterday, and at the same time that she died, our niece. We have a niece who's married to our nephew, Michael, and her mother died 5 minutes apart from our cousin. It's the damnedest thing. I thought, what's going on energetically? So let's talk about what's going on energetically. First of all, on July 18th, when Mars let go of Ketu and they stopped being in conjunct, like this, because it finally moved away, Mars went into Virgo. So Mars had been in Leo, and Leo's, pretty intense. Now, Mars in Virgo is a little different, and it's going to restore some of our energy, certainly. But at this exact time, it opposes, so Mars is opposing Saturn and Neptune that are retrograde, and that makes it kind of a friction energy. And that's this pressure that we are feeling, because it feels like pressure, feels tension and pressure. And so you're going to need time right now, instead of being impulsive, to pause, really think things through, and then proceed, because it's going to be what we call, a disciplined time, if you can be disciplined with this, because Mars in Virgo relates to healing and health. So the other thing is, you do want to keep your immune system up during this time, because it's opposing Neptune, and Neptune rules hidden illnesses. So maybe some people all of a sudden, like, this is what's happening to so many people we know. Suddenly they have some oddball thing, and then they pass. So it's been a heck of a week for this. And on tomorrow, August 1st is an interesting time here, because August 1st, just here we go with August. Let me say, so Saturn and Neptune that are conjunct together, they're squaring Venus. And that's going to bring a lot of heavy duty emotions tomorrow. So you really want to watch that. It may feel tomorrow on August 1st, it might feel confusing, or you might feel just energy, relationships might be off, it's not an ideal day. I would say it's not an ideal day. A good thing to do would be, go out in nature and, take good care of yourself, play with your animals, if all you can do that. And then the energy will pass. But it is kind of an intense day tomorrow. And that just starts the month of August. And when we get to August 8th, so Jean, you had asked me about the Lion's Gate opening. So they call that the Lion's Gate opening, and it goes with Sirius. And it always starts on August 8th. It's always August 8th. And it brings this special energy to the planet. But this particular August 8th, when there would be the Lion's Gate opening, normally it's like you can set the energy for this very special day that comes in. But on August 8th, this August 8th, Mars is going to oppose Saturn and Neptune. That makes it very intense, because Mars is a trigger. So again, I'm looking at August 8th now, and at the same time, it's in a grand trine, okay? And that's with Uranus, Mars, and Pluto, and they're all at 7 degrees, which is a powerful degree here. And Mars is a trigger. So that could bring out things like, because Saturn and Neptune, it could bring out more flooding. It could bring out another tsunami thing. It could bring, I don't know, heavy duty, anything to do with water, very heavy duty. But it also, Neptune has to do with illusions. So it could bring out things that had been hidden that come out. It's just, I think, a very powerful aspect, very difficult, and it can bring sudden, unexpected changes. So a grand trine is when those three planets, and this happens to be Uranus, Mars, and Pluto. And remember, Pluto is death and transformation. And Uranus is the planet of shock and surprise, and Mars is heavy duty energy, powerhouse energy, which is a trigger. And when it means that they're 120 degrees apart. But this also, each one of them is in an earth sign. And so, and while they're in earth signs, like Pluto is in Capricorn, and Mars is in Virgo, and Uranus is in Taurus, and this is in Vedic astrology that I'm talking about. And that could bring unexpected changes like earthquakes. And we just had a massive earthquake in Russia, and to be followed maybe by other ones, because this is a big trigger here, this August 8th time period of the 8-8 opening, which is kind of interesting. It's a powerful opening. So I would suspect that we are in this period of time is going to bring great change to a lot of people. To a lot of us will have great change during this time. So August 9th, we also have a full moon, and that full moon is in Capricorn in Vedic astrology, and it's in the nakshatra called Shravana. And this is a really powerful full moon. Now, I'm going to tell you, go ahead and put your crystals out. I'm going to tell you why. I think this is such a powerful full moon, and it brings this energy of transformation, and it activates Pluto, which again, Pluto is the hidden thing. Pluto is transformation, death and transformation, big change, and it could bring sudden endings. But also, this nakshatra called Shravana is associated with learning and listening and wisdom. So even though we're going to go through some really powerful growth, what are we learning from all of the growth here? This is why we come to the earth, to learn, to grow, and to learn. What did I learn? Well, I learned to be patient. I learned to be calm. I learned to accept. I learned to sit back. I learned to listen. It's always a full moon always brings some sort of something for us to learn. So listen to your own intuition, because that day particularly is a very strong intuition day. So pay attention to that, because, and the reason I say it's a really powerful time, if you want to put your crystals out for cleansing, do it. If you can't go outside, put them by the window. Even just have the intent to do this. Just put the intent on the crystals. But I'll tell you why it's so important is because we also will have this planetary alignment. So, and that's on August 10th. So if you wanted to do this August 9th or August 10th, and on August 10th, we have this really rare alignment, and it's called a planetary parade, because everybody's going to want a parade after this week, right? But this is kind of a cool one because it will be visible in the pre-dawn, and we're going to have 6 planets that you can see with your eyes that'll appear in a line. So it'll be Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn. And that means when you have planets that are all aligned like that, it really means growth and manifesting. And here's the big thing it means: spiritual awakening. So that would go with the 8-8 day, which really has a lot to do with spiritual awakening and stepping into our alignment, our soul's alignment for spiritual growth, and for learning the things that we come to do, which is to be kind, to have compassion, to have a deep understanding, those kind of things. And this is a very powerful, so this first few days in August, it's going to be powerful. And I also believe a lot of people are going to be checking out still. We're still at this kind of place where a lot of the souls might say that they didn't sign up for this next go around, this next bump up on Earth. And that's probably what will happen. I think we're going to see some more, maybe surprise people that, surprisingly leave. So then on August 16th, the sun in Vedic astrology goes into Leo, and it's called in the nakshatra of Magha. So we've been talking about that nakshatra because that's Trump's rising is Leo. Mine is as well, but it's in a different nakshatra. but his is in Maga, which kind of makes sense here. And it means authority in power. So this could deal at this time between, and the sun is in this nakshatra for some time, almost a month, I think it is. So from August 16th until September 16th, that sun, the sun means the ruler, the power, person in power. So that could heighten, it could heighten you personally, heighten your self-expression, heighten confidence. It could also, it could lead to some problems, big problems with an ego. So that could be happening in September. So what else did I want to focus on here? Also, I wanted to focus on August 23rd. And this is another really powerful time because August 23rd, we have a new moon. And this new moon is going to be in Leo, again in the nakshatra Maga, and Uranus. So the new moon in Leo and Uranus square that new moon. I don't think I said that right. And it squares the sun. So it's a very powerful, oh my God, it's such a powerful August 23rd because K2 is still in Leo and Maga is ruled by K2 itself. So this is going to be a transformational energy. So around, I'm going to say around the 22nd, 23rd for sure, 24th, that period of time could, again, bring changes to the world. So this is a big energy here. So, just remember, and I always say this, and I mean this, just remember you are a soul having a physical experience. Okay, so make sure that you spend some time in meditation, in nature, do anything you can that brings you joy, because I think joy is going to be important during all of these kind of times that we have here. And we've got some large times. We're not out of these times yet. And I just wanted to mention, too, that people have asked, where James and I are on Mondays. And, again, we've said that we're taking some time off and till further notice. And what we're going to do is James and I definitely will continue to work together and do some things together. And just, we're just taking a pause on a lot of things right now. So just wanted you guys to know that. And it's not goodbye or anything. It's just, we're going to continue to collaborate on a lot of different things. So anyways, just stay tuned for that. And also, if you haven't read my newsletter, you can get that on my email. Go to my website and sign up for it. So we've got this really cool thing, and it's called the Cracked Open, my book, Cracked Open, and it's called, it's a transformation journal. So if you haven't read my book, order it and go ahead, and it's free. Go on this transformational journal. You can get it under my website, which is really cool. And also, we have August affirmation digital cards on YouTube. It's under Spiritual Medium Kellee White under Shorts, and that's a really cool thing. And then in this weekend, we're going to have I have a store online, and we've got some new night lights, and we've got some grief lights, interesting enough, and visor clips. So go shop. We've got these great tumblers and some wonderful, I love this. I'm still loving this thing. I'm just loving it. I take it everywhere. It's the damnedest thing. Anyway, and check my calendar out because I have openings in August. I'm taking the first, I think 10 or 12 days off in August. And I'm going to be with my grandchildren. I'm really excited about that. So, and then the last thing I want to talk about is the week of, these are special events that I have coming up. October 11th, I'm doing a show with Shauna McDonald, who owns the Crystal Shrine in Burbank, California. And we're going to teach a class called, it's Unusual Crystals and Their Hidden Power. And we're so excited about this because we're going to bring some really unusual crystals that you guys will learn an awful lot about. So that's going to be a great class. I am going to do a book signing live in either September or October. We still don't have the place set yet with Jen Weigel. And I've got the All Souls Retreat that I'll be speaking on in November, which I'm really excited about. The All Souls Retreat, November 7th to 9th. I'm very excited about that. That's going to be so great. It's really, if you haven't attended, it's just a beautiful place in Wisconsin, of all places. So I don't even have to fly anywhere. I can just drive down there. and it's just beautiful, and it's wonderful, and it's the loveliest people ever. Everybody's so kind, and oh my God, everybody's going to be speaking about different topics spiritually. Oh, it's just really a much heaven. I just love it. And I love to be with Jen and Amy. They're great. They're terrific. Anyway, and then on November 15th, I'm teaching with Shirley and Carrie Gonia, Dr. Shirley and Pellizzeri and Carrie Gonia. We're going to be doing Roots of Healing live, and that's going to be a Zoom event. So we'll be talking about that. And then at the end of the year, December 12th, I'm teaching a class with Julianne on angels and archangels. So just to kind of let you know what's going on behind the scenes, some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. So here, I want to answer some questions, and I'm going to get some cards out. I didn't forget everybody. So Michelle Layer says, Kellee, hi, all week I keep finding feathers. Pay attention, everybody. Feathers is a big deal. She said, I'm not sure if they're hawk feathers, and they are all pointing towards my front door. Interesting. What could the meaning of these feathers be? I've attached a picture. So, and I don't have the picture, unfortunately, I don't in front of me, but it's very cool. I would say your guides wanting you to know you're very loved and protected. When feathers go in that area right towards the front door, you're fine. They're watching out for you, honey. It's a great thing to see from our guides. We often will find feathers. As soon as somebody says feathers, I would go, guide, spirit guide. Now, certainly it could be our loved ones too, but I always feel that it's guides. I think that's great. So hi, Laura Crum. She says, I wonder if the significance of the 6 planets and the moon have relevance to the angel numbers 6 + 1, changing in fate, understanding life path, and sticking to spiritual evolution. I think so. Self-awareness and mindfulness seems to be coming up strongly. What are the best practices to enhance these abilities? So what are the best ways, Laura, to enhance, paying attention for self-awareness is never lose the joy. Never lose the joy of the wonderment of things, of the wonder, like that little feather that just fell in. Like, who's that from? What does it mean? And if you stay in that sense, that place of wonder, it really can bring you down the most glorious paths. And just stay in that sense of self-awareness. Always check to see how you're feeling. Where are you in in your growth? And then whatever lesson is coming up for you, what lesson is coming up, and pay attention to that. And all of that, helps us with our intuition, because all of it goes around the intuition. Definitely pay attention to your intuition here. And what happens with intuition is it grows and it grows. And it just does. I mean, if you're open to growing your intuition, it just starts like this. Okay, let's get you a card, Laura. 1321. Here you go. Awareness. There you go. That's a good one. Get a picture of that one. That is a good one. 1321. Awareness. So there you go. That's for you. And Michelle Layer, you had asked for a card too. Here you go. Ooh, 333. So you are supported. And it's what I was telling you, Michelle, earlier. You are definitely supported. So let me get some. I wanted to get some cards. So Eric from San Diego. So your friend is Gordon 1125, and 1125 is oh, that's right. Duh, how could I forget? 8 of Hearts. 8 of Hearts. So 8 of Hearts is power in emotion. Power in emotion. So I'm not sure what August is like for him, but let's get him a card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell him he's got a lot of potential there, Eric. A lot of potential. That's what it is for him. So I hope that helps. So, okay, Sherry Craft, let's get you a card too. Here you go. Oops, 3939, playfulness. So maybe even though you've had a hard week, I'd say get in line. Everybody has had a hard week. Oh my God. Have some fun. Try to have some fun. Okay, Sherry, do that. Have some fun, because the universe always has fun playing with you. Okay, Barbara, let me get you a card here too. Ooh, 777, luck. Ooh, that is a very good one. I love that one. Oh my gosh. Deborah Weaver, so your mom's birthday is 8/4 and yours is 8/2. So let's get you guys both a card. How's that, Deborah? Here we go. Ooh, this so fits you, Deborah. It's so you. 5151, optimism. You are the most optimistic person I know. And I would say make sure you're still writing, Deborah. You're a great writer. Okay. And say hi to your mom. I think that's a great one for you. Oh my gosh. So let us see. There was no sound on my YouTube station. Oh, I hope they did. I hope there is. I hope there is. Oh my gosh. Christy Copronica, can I have a card? Yes, you can. Here we, ooh, 2222. So twin flame, interesting. And you are January 13th, which is an ace of spades. Ace of spades is born in the deepest part of the ocean. And you're on a deeply spiritual journey here. Okay. Deeply spiritual journey. There you go. And that is from a guide there. Hi, Marilyn. Let's see. Melissa Calcitros, my soon-to-be husband is the dog whisperer, Caesar Milan. Oh, you're the lucky gal, huh? And his birthday is August 27th. Now, in Vedic astrology, do you see him? And can you find his love? And will it be me on August 5th? Well, he's an interesting fellow. August 27th. I think he's married, isn't he? I thought he was. That's a Queen of Hearts. So that's actually, he's very sensitive underneath a lot of this. He'd have to be because he works with the animals, and he's a Queen of Hearts, which is a very somebody who's very usually pretty in touch with their female side here. So, but I could swear he was married, but maybe I'm wrong here. Jennifer Christman. Hi, Jennifer, and you're 926, which is a Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts is, especially it's in the September version of Jack of Hearts. They are about sacrifice and giving so much to others. But let me get you a card here. Here we go. Ooh, 444, protection. I love that. I love that. Cindy Rand. Hi, Cindy. So, and you're 923. I know you are an ace of clubs, my friend Cindy. Here we go. Card for you. Ooh, 2134. Achievement. Ooh, that is a very, very good. So Veritagua says, do I know anything about the 777 portal that happens today? Now, 8 hertz. I don't, but nothing would surprise me right now. I did not know, Vera, but thanks for bringing that up. If you want to tell me about it, I think it would be really a good thing because there is some sort of portal going on right now. I've seen too many people exiting. And like quickly, then they're gone. So there's some sort of portal. Now with the portal, the other thing that happens is souls come in. Souls come in. So it's such an interesting time on Earth right now. My goodness. It is something else. Okay, Donna May says, is it possible to get an August card for the group? Yes, it is. All right, Donna, let's do a card for the group. Great idea. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Ooh, 427, authenticity. So everybody needs to be very, very authentic. Very authentic. You know what I'm going to do too? I'm going to do this too. Oops. Oh, I put them away, darn it. I had these other cards I was going to pull out. The cards from you guys, Rick and Carrie, I've been using them and I love them. So I'll get them for next week. I'm so sorry. I should have put them away. I should have kept them out. Joanne Carey, I'm depressed. Honey, why are you depressed? Do you know why you're depressed? There's a lot of people, they say that, but do you know why? If you can talk to us about why, maybe we'll see if we can help that. And by the way, these energies, they're fluid. They change, and we can lift ourselves up. Okay. Hi, Joanne. May I have a card? The energy has thrown me this week. Yes, Joanne, I can give you a card. 4141, habit. So maybe look at your habits and try to get grounded again. This energy is throwing a lot of people. It's large energy. It's not your imagination. If you need to rest, rest. If you need to take a day off, take a day off if you can. Whatever you can do to get through these really very heavy duty energies. You know what I found is that it's making a lot of people anxious. So maybe take time to do some of that box breathing, that 4-4-4-4 breathing. It was so funny. My daughter, the other day, we were having a situation, and my daughter said, "Well, Mom, I think you should just do the box breathing." I said, "It's too much for that." You have to practice this kind of stuff. Um, oh my gosh. Instagram. Hi, Mary Gooney. My birthday is January 24th. Okay, January 24th. January 24th is a 3 of diamonds. So 3 of diamonds is typically what I will say. It's a real challenge in life. It means that you, in this lifetime, you come to look at spirituality. And so you would have been given a lot of things in life that would have pulled you into having a spiritual life. It's like, and having faith. So let's get you a card for 3 of diamonds. Bless your heart. 303. Forgive. Now that's interesting because I do know with a lot of 3 of diamonds that I have known, I've known a lot. Forgiveness is a big one. Forgiveness is a big one. I think it's a big one for everybody, frankly. Marilyn says, strangers in my dreams. You know, Marilyn, that's funny you said that. I just remembered I had a dream with Elton John last night. He was in my dream. I'm like, Elton John. I think so. I had watched the Billy Joel documentary. But it's so funny that you would say that. Yeah, strangers. I'm wondering, like, do the strangers look for all familiar? Sometimes a stranger, because if I view dreams from that we are every part of the dream, because there are a lot of ways to interpret that. It's what part of you is a stranger to you? What part of you are you looking at? That's another part. And if I look at the Elton John, am I going to play piano soon? No, I am not. Ever. You don't have to worry, Don. I'm not going to play piano. Darlene Turner. Hi, Darlene. Let's see. Billy Hopkins says, Kelly, I am feeling buzzy and hot since the earthquake. Billy, I heard that from somebody else. I can't believe you said that. In fact, one of my clients called me this morning and said, I think we had another earthquake. She's in LA. I said, I think we had another one this morning. She said, she used the term buzzy and hot. I can't believe you just said that. So yeah, earthquakes are a real thing, and they can, if you're really uber sensitive, you can feel that kind of the waves of that. And it can make you feel buzzy and hot, frankly. So maybe get your shoes off, go get stand in some grass if you can, or some water. That would be a really good thing for you. Sherry Craft 8.8, and then the volcano came. Oh Lord, dear God, that's an awful lot. Yeah, Marge, I saw that too on CBS, that people are turning to astrology. Yeah, it's because people are becoming aware and trying to raise their vibrations. I think people are becoming aware, and thanks for pointing that out. I think that people are trying to look for explanations for things. And the thing about astrology that I love is it's a roadmap. Is it 100% accurate? No, nothing is. But I like it explains a lot of things. And in my mind, I need a roadmap. And if I can see up ahead of what's going on, it gives me the illusion that it is helpful for me. But I love looking at the planets and the stars. It's forever. And it's an old science. So I just love it. Kim Ann says, Kelly, don't you have some influence to calm all of this down? Oh, that is so funny. You know what I've been doing, Kim Ann? I'll tell you, I've been moving, and I talked to a couple of my clients in the last 2 days. We've had the same conversation. I feel, for me, like I'm moving slower, not for any other reason. It's like I don't have the rush energy. There's something about this energy that is so large and looming that it's like I'm walking slowly. Everything is almost slowly and deliberately. It's like out of Shakespeare. Slowly I turn, step by step. That's kind of how it feels. And if you don't remember your dreams, that's okay. Start remembering. So Denise, you're 327, and that's a 9 of clubs. 9 of clubs comes to complete a soul cycle. And all 9 of clubs are about knowledge and spiritual knowledge and really wisdom from past lives. But let's get you a card, Denise. Ooh, 66, revisit. So revisit. Maybe there's some things in your life that you do need, especially with these planets that are retrograde. I'm going to tell you guys, this is an energy of going back to either refinish something, redo something, relook at something. It's not the greatest time to travel. I mean, I know obviously it's summer and people are traveling. It's not the greatest time because Mercury retrograde often will give us a little trouble trying to travel. David, hi, David, watching from the artist community of Corazozo. Ooh, thank you in New Mexico. I first of all love New Mexico. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. My family lives in Taos, and I love that area. So I'm not sure where you are, but let me get you a card. Here you go. Ooh, 2020 bonds. Interesting, bonds. So I think bonds would be very important for you in this lifetime. There you go. Thanks for watching. Hi, Julie. I've seen 9/11 show up twice in the last day. Here's what I'm going to say about that. Yikes. What do you think it's about? I figure it's trying to get my attention, but I don't know what to do. So here's the thing, Julie. When we start seeing certain numbers play out, 9/11, is an alarm number, really, if you think about it. 911, we call 911. And so is there something that could be happening? If you've seen the number twice in the last day, pay attention. It could absolutely activate something or something that your psyche or your soul is trying to get your attention about that could be happening. So just, I wouldn't say be on high alert, but I would say pay attention because that's an unusual one. And when you start seeing that, pay attention about that. But let's get you a card. And it is, okay, I don't know who did these cards, but it's kind of funny. First one is funny in this context. It's 420, and it says, relax. So isn't 420 the marijuana day that you relax? I think that's it. I could swear that's it. This is really even funny because I'm telling you, pay attention. It's like saying, don't worry. So I would say, Julie, don't worry because you asked for a card. It's telling you not to worry. But make notes of those. Make notes, okay? Yes, Laurel, the boats in the Marina Del Rey, my sister was really worried about that. She lives right there. I think that there was some movement there. I think they shored up as many as they could. And I think there was a little bit of movement there, but they were okay. Thanks for asking. Hi, Candace. Yes, and your birthday is 7/21. 7/21. Okay, July 21. I gotta go backwards. 7 of Clubs. So 7 of Clubs is a spiritual card that's here to overcome negativity and negative thoughts and have a belief in not in positivity, changing the brain waves, if you will. So let's get you a card, Candace. Action 33. Action. So take action on your thoughts and get those thought patterns really good. Okay, Kathleen M., I'm having some family issues. May I have a card? So you are 12/5, which is a King of Clubs. I'm sorry, Kathleen, that you're having some family issues. I don't know a family that's not right now, but let me get you a card. Here we go. It's a good one. So it's 22. It means harmony here. Harmony. So Kathleen, maybe there'll be some harmony coming up. Let's try to get through these enemies. Oh my God. Let's try to get through these energies. It's been a heck of a week. These are some big, Marilyn, when are we going to have a political revolution? That could happen in August with these energies, Marilyn. That's August and September. We're not out of the woods at all. So there could be some huge energies that come up politically, huge in August, around the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, 22, 23, 24, that period of time. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Kim Ann, she said, Kellee, I seriously injured a tendon in my leg a few nights ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I had a dream, and I was walking around a Christmas market in Europe. And I was walking so easy, and I was without pain. May it be a dream of what is to come. Well, often in our dreams, that is exactly how that works. So I love that you hold that space, that you were walking easily. That is your psyche telling you, girl, you're going to be okay. You will get that. You will definitely get that taken care of there, because I think that is a big one. So Renee went. She said, Kellee, I'm just about to leave on a trip to France, Germany, and Prague. I'm nervous about it. So maybe I should take some selenite with me. So selenite is a great one. I have a selenite bracelet, and I usually wear it. I forgot to put it on tonight, so thanks for reminding me. I love selenite for that. Get yourself a little necklace if you can, or even just take a little piece. The necklace is kind of great because you can wear it, or the bracelet. Oh gosh, Renee, you're gonna have a great time, honey. You're gonna have a great time. So don't even worry about any of that. Lori Clark says, I can't wait for July 31st. Do I have any advice for you? And your birthday is 4/7, April 7. Well, April 7 is an ace of spades. An ace of spades is also deeply spiritual. So let's get you a card. Here we go. Ooh, infinity. Infinity. I love the sign of infinity, which is deeply spiritual. There you go. So that is a good one for you. Okay. Oh, Kim in Nature. She says, Kellee, my mom passed 4 days ago. May I have a card from her? Absolutely, honey. First of all, I'm really sorry, Kim, that your mom passed. Whoops. I think I need a bigger desk. I think your mom is totally around there, Kim. She does not want you to worry about a thing. Oh my gosh. Interesting. If I'd only known then what I know now, I may have lived a little differently. Interesting. You know, I've heard that from so many other ones on the other side that will say that to me. Just pay attention to your mom, honey. She's definitely around, and I know that's such a hard one, right? It's such a hard one. Tammy Connor says, every time I meditate over the last week, I see a large hand coming towards me. I've heard that one before. Interesting enough. So don't worry about a thing. It's not somebody's coming to attack you or anything like that. I feel it's like guides that are trying to, come to you, or because you're connecting on some level that in this when you meditate, they're trying to help you. That's amazing. Tammy, pay attention to that. So I have heard that before from people. It's not a negative. Okay. Denise Silva says, I have to thank you for your suggestion. First, to pack our patients, and second, to breathe. It really came in handy at my cancer clinic today. Denise, thank you. I'm glad you said that. Let's get you a card, Denise. Ooh, 111, manifestation. That's perfect there for you. Perfect. Oh my gosh. And it's true. We do have to remember, we have to breathe. That we have tools, to calm us when we're in deep waters. And these are our deep waters. Kind of just remember, again, for me, a lot of people I know now, we're moving slowly. I don't know what it is right now. It's this energy. It's almost forcing me to go slowly. And I kind of like it. Never done this before, but I kind of like it. Barney says, I'm sending love from Florida. Hi, Christy Oucher. How are you, honey? Hi, Jen Tran. Let me get you a card, Jen. Ooh, 808. Security. Ooh, or Hawaii, the area code to Hawaii. I'm not sure. Gayla Mathis. Hi, Gayla. How are you, honey? Wild energy. Question. I'm flying to BC, Canada in 2 weeks. And I'm going to be there for 2 weeks. Do you see it going okay? I do. Gayla, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be fine. Enjoy your trip. Enjoy your trip, honey. You take good trips. Enjoy your trip. Joanne, oh, you're telling me why you got depressed. I got hurt at work. I'm so sorry. And I got fired and I lost everything. Oh, Joanne, that's a tough one. There's a lot of that around right now, honey. I'm so sorry. That would make one depressed. So here's what I would say about that. Allow yourself I mean, first of all, you got hurt at work, so let's figure that piece out. You want to figure that out, what you can do to make yourself better and what actions you need to take. And then after you've been, down, it sounds like it was fairly recently, you want to pick yourself up again. Because in life, these are the kind of things that are going to happen. We'll lose everything. We'll lose that. Blah, blah, blah. And then our character is tested by how do we get back up? And what do we want to do when we get back up? So instead of using the energy of depression, which is really anger turned inward, probably pissed off, as they say, maybe get some of that energy out. Stay in if you need to for a few days and then come back out again. Okay. Hi, Nancy Dominic. Let me get you a card, Nancy. Oh, you know what? I wanted to get you one from your husband. Hold on a second, Nancy. I pulled the wrong deck. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't the right one. He says, now I have no pain. I have no pain. There you go. And he sends you beautiful flowers. Life is not fair. Joanne, that's what I was saying earlier. If we just look at life in this little tiny life, this one, a lot's gone on in a little tiny life. Actually, if we pull back that cord and we could put all the lights on all the lives we had, I promise that fairness, although it doesn't feel fair in this life, something in some other life, in some karma situation, it would be fair. Often it doesn't feel fair. And it's that kind of an acceptance that, all right, something happened, and then how do I move on from that? We've all been there. All of us have been there. Okay, Linda says, can this wonky energy, that's a good word for it, right? Really wonky. Wonky has. Can it cause fatigue and illness? Yes and yes. So you really want to watch that. And we were saying earlier with this, the way that the planetary structure is right now, with Saturn and Neptune conjunct in Pisces, Neptune rules illness. So we want to keep our emotions up the best we can, and we want to keep our health up, definitely, because the energies can cause depression. Those are the kind of things that bring our vital life force down. And we want our vital life force to come back up, even though these are wonky energies. So if you're having a lot of issues, first of all, sleep if you can. Sleep is the greatest medicine for a lot of things. So sleep, eat really well, drink a lot of water. Those are the kind of things that you can do to get real grounded again. Okay, and you will. Okay, Lisa Kupka says, am I on the right path or should I take a different direction? It's funny, Lisa, your birthday comes right. We have these 2 eclipses coming up in September, and you're October 4th. And October 4 is a 5 of diamonds. 5 of diamonds has lots of different things that they do in life. They don't have just a straight route. They kind of go here and here and here. And 5s, as much as they love freedom, they also have this thing about security, 5 of diamonds. They have to have security. So I would say in the event that we have these 2 eclipses coming up, the first one is September 7th. And even though they're partial eclipses, they make a big difference. And the next one is September 21. So your birthday is right after that. So you'll probably end up taking another direction around that period of time. Okay, but let me get you a card because you're off track. Everybody's off track right now. I'm telling you. 888, abundance. All right, you're going to be just fine. And by the way, 5 of diamonds, they always are just fine. They have so many angels around them. Oh my gosh. Hi, Dee Dee from Chicago. Dee Dee, I'm going to get you a card. Here we go. Ooh, inevitability. 9. Okay, this is too weird because remember we were talking about 911? Oh, Lord. Well, here it is again. So something is inevitable here. And a butterfly represents transformation. Here we go. So that's a third 911 because I know the gal that I was earlier said that she had seen 2 of them. And here we go, inevitability. Interesting. So it could be something in August that's just inevitable, you know. Amy Zangetti, she says, my birthday was 7/28, which is a king of hearts. May I have a card from my mom? Yes, you can. Let's get you a card from your mom. Oh, I love this. I watch over you every day. Oh my gosh. I love that card for you. That is so great. Marie Crane says, my condolences to you and your family. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, we've had a lot of loss. I've had a lot of loss in the last several months, it seems to me. A lot. Yes, Lori, James and I are going to do an updated prediction show in the we were talking, it's funny, we talked yesterday about this, probably in September. Yes, so yes, we will do that. And I'll tell you a great place to learn Vedic astrology is Joni Patri, and she's got a great Vedic university, of Vedic astrology. It's a university of it, and it's phenomenal. She's the best teacher, the best Vedic astrologer, I think, on the planet. Really, really bright, knows everything. And what I love about her is that she explains it in such a thorough way. So I would look at her University of Vedic Astrology. She's extraordinary. Okay. So anyway, I think what's special about Lionsgate is that it opens up this special energy that comes through, Vera. It's like a real special energy from the intergalactic onto Earth. And it's coming on the 8th. And that 8th is a really powerful day. So here's what I would suggest, everybody. Breathe, take good care of yourself, sleep, move a little slower. We all get through all of this stuff. We all, Laurel, I'm sorry for Big Sue lost too. See, even you call her Big Sue. But we all get through, a lot of stuff. Joanne, I bet you were angry for everything that happened to you. I mean, we're allowed to get angry. We're allowed to get angry. God knows. I've been there. I get it, Joanne. And then somehow we find the courage to move on and move forward. And that's a really important part of life. And it's sometimes not going to feel fair at all. Jen Gurney says, Kelly, dear friend of the family, was diagnosed with cancer a month before my husband was diagnosed with his cancer. They were very close. Was my husband Scott there to greet her when she passed? Oh, yeah, Jen. Oh, for sure. Got chills. For sure. For sure, honey. Yeah, she was. I feel you a spirit, Gail. Oh, I'm happy. Yay. Oh, my gosh. Okay, everybody. So stay cool. Which crystals do you need to put out? Whatever you have in the house that you want to cleanse is a good time to do that with that full moon that's coming up, because it's got a really good alignment with it. Actually, on the 10th is a really cool day, because that's when all these planets line up. That would be a really special day to do this. I might even put my crystals out on the 10th. I think that's a really good idea. So, okay. Is there a particular crystal for August 9th? Hi, Deborah Renner. I think whatever feels good for you, whatever feels good. And I'll tell you, I'm loving this one, selenite. I'm loving that. Just, it's really good energy to combat a lot of challenging energies. So anyway, everybody. So listen, have a good week. Have a great week. Get out in nature, and I will see you next Thursday. Take care, my friends. Bye.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.